here today with the incredible Lucrezia. Did I say that right?
Yes, you did.
And we are here to talk about all things legal for your blog and for your business, because this is one of those areas that, like, we start our blogs and we just throw caution to the wind, and then somebody says, like, oh, I got the big S word, I got sued, or like they got into some kind of trouble, and then suddenly it's like a panic of like running around chasing, like, what do I need to protect myself? So let's prevent that from happening.
So let me state this. This is a disclaimer. So before we start, and we go, we dive into all the legal things that we will address today. I just want to make sure that we all know that today is just, this chat doesn't constitute legal advice. So even if I'm a lawyer, but I'm not your lawyers here today. Yes, all the information, all the tips that I will share with you today, just for educational purposes only. So I don't know, you can go on my website, you can read my full disclaimer so that we know what's happening here. But yeah, I just want to make sure that we're all on the same page. And this, like, you will have to do, this is just like first step. Do this every time that you publish a blog post, anything, I always have a disclaimer that is, so that disclaimer, maybe we can cut through this later.
This next question, I want to know this personally. Can I write up my own terms and conditions and privacy policy, or do I need a lawyer, or do I need to pay a lawyer for that? Can I use templates that somebody gives out in a bundle as my terms and conditions and still be safe?
There's nothing wrong with writing your own. It's not illegal. Again, like, as I said before, I'm the most easygoing and laid back, where I will never say, like, no, you can't do that. Like all this scam words. No.
Yeah.
If you feel confident and comfortable that you know what you're doing, and you have the patience to go through and study all the regulations, all the legislation in your countries and the country of your audience, go for it. That's like, you can do it. But make sure that you cover yourself. Now, what you can't do, you can never do. This is everything is for this.
Taking notes.
One, don't copy other people's terms and conditions. Don't do that. And that's for many reasons. The first one is that it's copyright infringement. So even for legal stuff, they're copyrighted. And so it's not only that the person from, that you're copying from, so their website owner can sue you, or like send you like what we talked about, the takedown notice. And if they found out that you copied their legal pages, or not only them, but also the lawyers or that they consulted, or they bought the templates from, they can recognize, like, I can recognize my templates like from 500 miles away, because it's my writing, it's my wording. So I know when someone is using my templates, so I could sue you. But another reason why, and more, it's probably more important, why you should never copy someone else legal pages or terms and conditions, is because you don't know what legislation applies to them. And so so what happens, for example, is the GDPR is a regulation from the European Union, and this is like a very, very strict and very demanding regulation. If you copy someone else's like terms and conditions or privacy policy, and they are complying with the GDPR, but you don't need to, then by using that wording, you're actually making yourself needed to comply, but then other parts of your website might not be compliant, and you, just by copying them, you actually caused yourself to be in legal trouble. Does it make sense what I say? It's a bit so basically, that to summarize, is like, you don't know what legislation applies to them, and so you might say things that you shouldn't, because of where you're based or your audience is based, that can be completely different from where they're based. Another thing that you shouldn't be doing is using free templates or generators. No, I would love a candle. because they're incomplete. Again, you don't know who has drafted them. You don't even know if they were written by someone that had a legal background. So yeah, don't do that. But if you have time to, like, the thing is why people buy legal templates is that they can just be done with it. Like, they don't have to go through pieces and pieces of legislation and reading and you know, the other good thing. So the question was like, can I buy a bundle of templates and be safe? Yes, you can, because what happens is, like, one, you know that is by, you will know who the person that's drafted them, who he is, like what the credentials are, so you can be safe. Secondly, usually templates, they come with instruction on how to use it. So, for example, they will say, at least mine do, if you're from Canada, do this. If you know, so if this applies to you, if you have like this and that. So they will tell you what to do in depending on your circumstances. And thirdly, once you pay, you can go back and have some customer support. So if you get stuck, you can just contact them. They usually are like, for example, I have a community where people can come, like my Facebook group, and they can ask me, I got stuck at this point, what should I do? Or like clarification. But if you buy, like if you do with a free generator, and you know, then you don't even know what you, that. The best thing, as I always say, is if you have the budget, if you can, just consult with a lawyer, because that's the best thing, because they will go through your specific circumstances and everything about you. They will take that in consideration, and they will draft something that is specifically customized to the little detail about, you know, your situation. But that would cost probably $3,000 or $4,000 at least. So who can do that? Like, realistically. So second best option is to buy legal templates.